refuses to correct the mistake. They're doubling down on the mistake. And quite frankly, they look stupid.
That is the head of a federal police union that is now suing the U.S. Postal Service. They say they want their officers to be able to protect mail carriers in the wake of increasing attacks. Good evening. I'm Cheryl McHenry.
I'm James Brown. The I-Team's John Bedell has worked this story for months, and we reported this possible lawsuit settlement as breaking news Tuesday afternoon.
Now John is live in Dayton with new comments from the police union and the Postal Service. John?
Cheryl and James, for more than 2 years now, postal police officers have been told they need to stay put at postal facilities. But in the middle of a mail theft epidemic, they want to be reassigned. They want to be able to protect letter carriers along their routes again. And this union just filed this lawsuit to try and get back on the streets. How crazy is it, Frank, that you all are filing a lawsuit in which you're asking to do more work?
Right. It is a little odd that a labor union would request more work, and an employer would say, no, we don't want you to do more work for the same amount of money. It's an amazing situation.
Earlier this week, we told you the Postal Police Officers Association filed a federal lawsuit against the post office to try and reinstate their outside patrols. Frank Albergo heads the police union for the Postal Service's own police force. He says in the summer of 2020, he and his fellow postal police officers, or PPOs, were benched. Since then, mail theft and letter carrier assaults have been on the rise. The Postal Service will not allow PPOs to patrol outside of postal facilities.
Postal police officers only want to do their jobs. Letter carriers are being threatened, mail is being stolen, and we know we can make a difference.
So what are robbers after? I'll show you right here. They're called arrow keys, master keys that open big blue mailboxes just like this, plus cluster mailboxes in neighborhoods and apartment complexes, giving criminals access to hundreds of pieces of mail, including checks, all at once. The goal is to steal your money and to commit identity theft on a massive scale. Albergo tells the I-Team this lawsuit is an attempt to correct a mistake by the Postal Service and give him and more than 400 other PPOs across the country their ability to patrol mail carrier routes back.
And for some incredible reason, the Postal Service just refuses to deploy postal police officers. It's readily apparent that the Postal Service would rather win a labor dispute than protect its own employees. It's a remarkable situation.
Now, I reached out to the Postal Service for comment this week, but the USPS told me no comment, citing the ongoing lawsuit that's happening right now. We'll track this legal battle as it now moves into court, and we'll let you know what happens with it. In Dayton, for the I-Team, I'm John Bedell, News Center 7.
Thank you, John. News Center 7 also reached out to Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown about the lawsuit. In a statement, Brown said, it's simple. Postmaster General DeJoy should immediately restore patrolling functions to postal police officers. An arbitrator agreed with the postal police officers, but DeJoy is still refusing to reverse his wrong-headed 2020 decision to stop PPOs from patrolling postal carrier routes, something they'd been doing for 50 years. Brown went on to say DeJoy has failed to protect mail carriers and failed to protect Ohioans' mail, and he needs to resign.